seem to be always starting these videos in the early hours of the morning lately, but it is currently the Wednesday after Heathcote, and I'm finally going to pick up the car. Now the reason I'm going on the Wednesday is because the event was on a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday they were closed, tomorrow I'm going to Queensland and they need the car out of Heathcote by the weekend because they have a big event on, so this is the only day I could go and get it. And I just want to be there when they open, get it, bring it home, and then go to work. So yeah, 5:30 in the morning, and I'm out of here. We've got the trailer, hook it up to the nav, and we'll do the 4-hour round trip to pick this thing up.
Very kind.
Thank you. All right, that's it. I'm putting
5:30 in the morning. How is there this much traffic that I can't even get out of my estate? What the hell?
When my bra's on, I feel.
We are finally loaded up and ready to head back to Melbourne. She did not sound nice getting it on the trailer, but anyway, get it home and pray to God that there's something in the head when I pull the rock covers or something off. What a mission that was on this hill here, but it is home. It's all I really wanted. It was stressing me out that the car was elsewhere, so I just wanted it home. Fair enough, it's broken, whatever. Now it's back in my possession. So I don't think I'm going to look at it today. I'm actually going interstate tomorrow, so I don't think I'm going to have time to even look at this car till maybe a week or two from now. So thank God I'm ahead with some videos, so you won't see this until probably like 2 weeks after this actually happened. And I'll dive into pulling rocker covers off, drop the oil, see what the hell's going on. So picking up where I last left off from, after that footage I actually flew out to Queensland and didn't have time to touch the car. So I'm back now. Actually a few days this week I haven't had time either, just with work and stuff. Getting the car from Heathcote was another mission. As I said in last video, I didn't want to go the day I was flying out because I knew something would happen to jeopardize my flight. And it did. I left here at 5:30 in the morning, as you saw. I got there at 7:30 when the gates opened. A few of the guys let me in. They opened the garage where the car was. But I left the key with one of the main manager guys who said he'd be there around 8:30. So I waited till like 10 o'clock. Called him, didn't answer. He finally called me back and said, yeah, one of the guys there has the keys, and he was still in Melbourne. So the guy that opened the gate for me, he didn't know either, so it's not his fault, and it was just a lack of communication. It's no one's fault anyway. It didn't really matter. I had the full day to do it. But so the guy that let me in the gate at 7:30 could have just gone into this guy's office and got my key for me, and I could have just been on my way. But instead, I was there till, I think it was like just before 12 o'clock. And I got back here at like 2:30. By the time I unloaded, I took the trailer back. I went to work for a bit, and then, as I said, the next morning I flew out to Queensland. So lucky I didn't go the day of my flight, the morning of my flight, because I would have missed my flight and stuff for holiday. But anyway, so I'm now going to dive into pulling rocker cover off, see what's going on. I'm so hoping that it's something in the head. It sort of sounds in the head on the driver's side, but I don't know, man. I'm not liking my chances, but here we go. No broken valve spring, no broken rockers on that side, which is the side I thought it was going to be because it was really loud on that side. Oh well. On to the next side. Alright, also nothing astray on this side head, so I'm putting my money on it that it's spun a bearing. So I'm going to jack it up and drain the oil, maybe pull the filter and cut the filter open, and go from there. Alright, the moment of truth. Am I going to cry myself to sleep tonight? Ooh. That is never a good thing to see. Ooh, yeah. That's a lot of metal shavings. Ooh, yeah. There's definitely some copper glistening in the light there. So of course not the result I was hoping for, but while it's part of racing, thrashing cars, it's not the first and probably won't be the last engine that I damage in my life. I've pretty much had to think all this week and narrowed it down to two options. No strokers, no built bottom ends and all this crap. That's not going to happen in a million years in this car. It's pretty much two things. Either find another stock LS1, bottom end, full engine, whatever. I can put my heads on another engine and just wing it and go from there. Or do a ring bearing job on this engine. Or even get another engine if this crank is too far gone and I know use a crank in this one, or get another one and just do a ring bearing job on that. You know, simple, just like dunny brush hone, get the crank lineage to suit some bearings, put it together and jam it in. While it's apart, I should probably do a bigger cam and, you know, do springs and rockers and all that shit again while it's out. I can do headers while it's out so that these things are not scraping on the ground. I feel like it's going to open a little can of worms with doing stuff in the engine bay, but whatever. But yeah, as I said, I haven't decided yet. If you're wondering why I don't just do a built engine, well, one, because they cost a shitload of money. So say I build an engine for 10 grand, plus bolt-ons, say another couple of grand miscellaneous, I still need to do a box. If I'm going that serious with an engine, then I may as well do a Haltech. It just opens a can. Your built motor turns into like a $20,000 running gear, which is more than what I paid for the car, and there's no chance in hell I'm doing a crazy running gear for this car. No chance in hell. I really want to keep it simple, so I still haven't decided. What would you do? If I had unlimited money, of course, you would go bigger and better, but I don't have unlimited money. It seems a lot of people in the comments have unlimited money when it comes to their suggestions on what to do, but yeah. Even, you know, those LS1 crate motors, like, yeah, that's cheap, big power, but they're $15,000 plus a box, plus it's still 20 grand by the time you're in, tuned, and running down the strip again. And yeah, that's not going to happen. If I spent 20 grand on a running gear, this car would be off the road for 2.5 years trying to do that. So I'm all about driving, so I just want to get it back driving again and racing. I'd rather be driving the car than working on it. So I don't know. I've got to think about just those two options and go from there, I suppose. So I think with whatever I decide to do, I'm going to invest in a decent oil pump, a decent sump, and probably a surge tank under the car so you can't see it. Just, I think I'm going to do a lot of insurance sort of things with whatever engine I do next. because I really can't be bothered pulling engines, especially injected stuff. Carb stuff is alright, like literally 20 minutes and you can have an engine out. Like these, I just can't be bothered. I'm getting too old for this shit. One thing I do want to address though, which I knew 100% was coming in the comments, was
It's a fucking tuner. You got the tune done last week.
I think being in the car scene so long, seeing a lot of cars blow up, engines, blah 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 blah, the first person everyone blames is whoever tuned it. Always, every time. So I expected it, I knew it was coming, but anyway, the car was fine on the dyno, air fuel ratio is perfect, plugs are fine, wasn't running lean. A few theories are that it was pretty low on fuel. So with these big tanks, I know the fuel sloshes all the way to the back, and you cop fuel surge and it leans out. And if I did that every single run 4 times, well, there you go, you're gonna kill an engine. And same thing with the oil. One thing I didn't even think of, didn't even cross my mind, that was a 30+ degree day when it spun a bearing, and I did the first 3 runs back to back in that heat. So it was do the run, straight back in the line, like second or third car. Like I'm talking a couple of minutes between each run again, back, all 3 runs in a row. And yeah, a few people have said that I would have overheated the shit out of the oil. It would have gone very thin, and on that last run it just gave in. Oil too thin, grabbed the bearing, spun it, that's it, all over. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe when we pull it apart it'll tell us something different. I don't know, but we'll see. So regardless of what I choose to do, this needs to come out. So that's what I'm about to do. But that'll be on next week's video.